Welcome back. Time now for Joy News Interactive, and she's here, Marian Ture.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fabulous. You?
Great. Doing really great. A lot is happening in Ghana.
So many things are happening.
And it's triggering
fantastic
comments.
Today we are doing I don't know what to call it, triple threats. There's so many things are happening, fuel shortages, and tariffs have gone up, which we spoke about on TBS. And also we have an update on the Polytechnic strike. Yesterday they were supposed to go to court today. We are bringing the update on the show.
Okay, please take it away.
Thank you. Wherever you are, this is your most interactive show, this side of the world. And my name, Marian Ture. Wherever you are, welcome to your show. This is JN Interactive. Within today's big story, your comments are welcome. Join us on facebook.com/joynews. On TV, comment on our posts, and everything we put there would amplify your voice by sharing what you're sharing with the rest of the world. We have 3 Twitter handles ready to retweet your thoughts: at JoyNews on TV, at JN Interactive GH, and at MN Ture. 3 Twitter handles ready to retweet and share your thoughts with the rest of the world. And you can send us your email, joynewsim@multitvworld.com, and our WhatsApp number 054-010-9009. And though that is our WhatsApp number, when you send the WhatsApps, we'll also amplify and share what you are sharing with the rest of the world. So welcome to the show. Like I said before, we're talking about triple threats today, and the first one we're talking about is the severe fuel shortage that has actually hit parts of the country, and it is trending on social media. I am hoping that this would open up so that you would also see what we are seeing here, and this is actually coming from the Graphic Online page and also on myjoyonline.com. Several stories that are also making the rounds on social media. So I'm trying to mirror this for you so that we will all go through it together, as we always do here when stories are trending on social media. So let's try and get to it now. And it is saying that commercial drivers are actually lamenting, and indeed they are, including myself, to say that things are not really going on well with all of us here. We are paying for things, but we are not getting them. I'm hoping that they would mirror right now, and then we'll see it together. Yes, it's up. And this story is actually on myjoyonline.com. It says commercial drivers lament over fuel shortages, and this was actually today, a few hours ago, and it's saying that commercial drivers has expressed frustrations as some wait bitterly over fuel shortages in parts of the capital city of Accra, and it is actually going. And people are saying, some people are actually saying that the bulk oil, fuel pumps, the stations are trying to hoard the oil so that they can sell it for a higher cost later, because there are hints of fuel prices actually going up. We have done our checks, and some are saying that the government actually owes these bulk oil distribution companies a whopping 1.5 billion Ghana cedis, and this one is actually according to the Chief Executive Officer at the Chamber, who is actually in the person of Senior Hozi, and they are saying that until the money is paid to allow them settle international suppliers, the situation will linger on for longer period of time. And as we always do here on the show, we go out there and seek your views about it. Some of you were caught on our cameras at the pumps today. You've been sharing your frustrations with us. Let's take our first video blog.
There are shortage at some stations. That's why you can see the line over here. A lot of stations are not selling. We are rushing in it so that everybody can get some.
I just dropped in and then they told me there's no fuel. And then I'm even finding it difficult to get to where I'm going because I could see I've run out of fuel. There is nothing in for me here to take it to where I'm going. So I don't know. But to be honest, I don't know where this country is going to go now for the next years about to become if the leadership do not able to stand to do something well for us. It's going to be a very difficult thing for us, a very, very difficult one, of course, because things are really getting hard. Very, very hard. Very hard. You don't even have the money. Even if you have it, you can't get it. So the leaders should get up and do something for us, or else we don't know where we're going to be tomorrow by then. Tomorrow this, tomorrow that. Finding so many problems with ECG and all that stuff. They should try and do something for us.
Moving up and down by 5 filling stations. But my hope is that I can even get fuel here. So I have to continue to find out the main situation that everybody is keeping his fuel. If there is a problem between the oil companies and him, he have to try to sort it out. Right now, the market people are demonstrating against him. Then you don't know what is going on.
Yep, that is our first trending issue, and you have actually shared how you're feeling with us about it. Let's go to our second issue. And our second issue also, hoping that you'll be able to see what I'm seeing here, and it's also on myjoyonline.com. And the headline says utilities go up. Electricity 12%, water 6.1%. And the body of the story said the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission has announced a 6.1% increase in water tariff and 12% in the electricity tariff also. And this hike is actually expected to take effect July 1st, 2014. And this announcement was made today. The Director of Public Relations at the PURC, Nanaya Jantua, was actually in a conversation earlier today with Joy News' Evans Mensah, and she was explaining that the initial 31% hike, that was what would have happened today. It would have had to be 31% in electricity, 14% in water. That is what the management had agreed, but they had actually forwarded it to a board of the commission for approval. And after the board had sat down, they came back from the crunch meeting and then decided that they would 6.1% would be put on water and 12% for electricity. And this was the initial percentage rises that had been held at bay as a result of the continued load shedding crisis that actually affected us a while ago. That was in the second quarter. And so they decided to revert to the second quarter tariff increases rather than impose a new one on us. So wherever you are, and you should know that from July the 1st, you will actually be paying 12% more in electricity and 6.1% more in water. And as always, we catch up with you and ask how you're feeling. How are you doing about everything that is happening here? We've been speaking to you also on this issue. Let's take our next video blog.
As a consumer, we are always in hard up already. So we think the government should come up and do something for us. We, especially the workers, we are suffering. It's too much for us. You can't use your TV, your fridges, you have to put them always. It's too much, honestly. This morning I fought with my husband because he's going to pay high, he's demanding money for me to add some to it. I said I don't have. So there's a lot of problems in the house, and the children too. If you put on the light, you will put it off. We don't move freely, so please.
Yeah, it's normal. It's normal thing. Yes, because you know now things are going up. So the increment of tariff is not any strange thing to us. If there is light off, it doesn't mean that the tariff shouldn't go up. The only thing is they have to improve. They have to improve them. This is not the first time. We've been experiencing this thing since a long time.
I feel bad because I have not had any relation regards to salary increments. Since the beginning of January, we've had it hasn't got any impact in our salaries. If there's any increment in tariffs, it should go in line with salary increments. Because are hard everywhere. In the south, north, everywhere it's hard. We all have that effect.
In fact, the increment is killing us. It's killing us seriously. If you
could, you know, bear witness with me. This is my card. I have to buy credit before I get home. I bought this on Monday, 35 cedis, and this morning I have to slot in the reserve credit that remains on it and come out. So, as a worker, how much am I ending to be buying credit every week? 35 cedis. How much am I ending a month? So in fact, it's killing us. It's the same thing as water. It's the same what we call water. Before we pay, I pay water bill in a month for 20 cedis, 25 cedis. Now I'm paying 120, 130 cedis. It's not flowing too. As I'm speaking to you, yesterday we had water. In the evening, it was off. This morning, early in the morning, when I wake up, I'm a Muslim. When I wake up to go to the mosque, I use the tap. But when I was coming to bath, it was not flowing. So it's a problem.
We are very much disappointed about whatever that is going on, about this increase in utility and all those things. You know, Ghana is very tight these days, and everybody's trying to work his ass out to you know, gain whatever they have to gain to feed their family and all that. But so if there are supposed to be an increase in utility, it's really going to cause a lot of damage in people's salary. Talk of, you know, because people are really suffering. People are really suffering in Ghana. So I think they have to do something about it. They shouldn't increase it. But and even if they increase it and we are getting better service, I would say fine. But you know, we are not getting better service when you look at the ECG, and then when you look at Ghana Water Company, every time tap off, tap in, that kind of stuff. It's really boring. You know, you can't do that in anywhere. Yeah. So I think it's not the best.
And thank you for staying to our final trending issue today. And we started this yesterday. We have an update. We should bring it off. So yesterday on Journey Interactive, as you all know, we discussed the strike by the Polytechnic teachers in the country for non-payment of their 2013-2014 book and research allowances. The National Labour Commission asked that the strike be called off as they considered it as illegal. But POTAG did not do this, and the reason why they didn't do it was because they wanted a written commitment from government as an assurance that the money would be paid at a particular time, and that did not happen. The request wasn't granted, and this led to shut down first of the Takoradi and Cape Coast Polytechnics, and now all the others have followed suit. The NLC took the case to court, and it was heard actually today. Should I say it was open today? And the last that we have on this is that the case has actually been adjourned to July the 7th because the NLC, who took the case to court, failed to file all writs in connection with the case. And we have POTAG National Chairman on the line, who is in the person of James Dugra, and I also have the National Coordinating Secretary of the Ghana National Union of Polytechnic Students, Amponsa Menu, here in the studio. So welcome to you both, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, by His grace.
We thank God. Perhaps I should start with you being on the phone. The latest is that the case has actually been adjourned to July the 7th because obviously the NLC failed to file all of the papers that they need. How do you feel about this?
Well, since it's before the court, now we don't have much to say. So we are waiting for the court to, you know, give the ruling on that day.
But before I go on with you, I think I'd also, don't go, I'll also speak to Mr. Menu here. How are you doing?
Fine.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I would want you to just explain to us as a student how you're feeling right now with everything that is happening.
Okay, thank you. I think I can only express our frustration and a disappointment in the way and manner this matter is being handled. You know, to me, with all the stakeholders at play in this matter, it looks as if they only want to paint the picture to the public that they're actually doing something about it, which actually is not the case. If you have variety of options to deal with and you choose to settle on one that will prolong the matter, are you committed to averting the losses on us students? You know, this strike, as I see it, if I compare it to previous strikes, I see this to be the easiest to be resolved. I don't know why stakeholders are not showing enough commitment to getting this matter resolved. So I feel a bit disappointed, and then the frustration that is caught up with us, all the students, are also part.
But before this case was taken to court, had you heard anything in relation to how it was going to be settled finally?
Yes, you know, since POTAC issued their ultimatum and declared their intention to go on strike. Yeah, we have been engaging POTAC, we have been engaging the Ministry of Education to get the matter resolved before even the ultimatum. And then unfortunately, things could not be settled. The ultimatum date expired 1 week, came, and then POTAC went on strike. You know, our problem is that from the time POTAC laid down their tools to today, government has not even picked the phone to dial any contact of any POTAC official.
Okay.
Then we ask ourselves, how do you? There's a deadlock between you and your employee. Your students who are your products are suffering. You owe us a duty by creating the enabling environment to make sure that our right to education is realized. You are not doing anything about it. Your employees are on strike, and you expect students to suffer all the immediate losses. And the pain is that since they went on strike, today is the 42nd day.
Right.
Government has not even come out to sympathize with us, the students.
From what you're saying, I am getting some hints that perhaps you're trying to link this with what is happening, especially in sports, that government has been able to pacify the players, if I can call it that. But when it comes to education, government is not really bothering with you.
You see, it's not for me to even say. This is an open knowledge to all Ghanaians. We know aspects that we spend monies from our national cafes, and then education that is supposed to be a priority. You know, I do not see why at this time that everybody is trying to, every country is trying to harness the available human resource they have through education. Ghana is still lagging behind. So the disappointment is everywhere. It is not for me to even tell what government is considering ahead of education. Everybody in Ghana knows. Everybody in Ghana
Let me go to Mr. Dugra. James, if you're still on the line, I want to find out, as national chairman, don't you perhaps think that this has gone too far, and so perhaps you should call it off?
Well, that is the issue. If we have our own way, we will do it. And we think that the major stakeholders should have even call us to, you know, sit with us, and then we see the way forward. But it seems nobody is bothered. And when it is like that, you are more frustrated. So we have a feeling for our dear students. But this is the issue. And they have been promising that they will call us, and they have never done that. So, well, we don't know what is happening. So let us see the way.
But from where you stand, how long would it take till you say, okay, enough is enough? Let's go back to the classroom.
Well, the issue is that the substance of the matter is the book research. Even what is in court is a different issue altogether. So if government had committed itself and called us that, oh, this is the situation, probably this is how we are going to handle it, I think it will be okay. But they have just left us, nobody cares, so we don't know.
If you speak about what is in court being a different issue, could you educate us on that?
No, that one is about the legalities or the illegalities of our strike.
Right.
And
so it doesn't even justify why you are out there in the first place, that we're not going.
Well,
but you are trying to say we're illegally embarking on this, so go back.
Well, the issue is if the court rules any other way, but our substantive matter is still there. So that is what we were thinking, that government should have stepped in, because he is our employer, to talk about the substance of the matter. But if they are relying on the court to say our strike is illegal or legal, it is not going to help anybody.
So right now, are you trying to call government's bluff? Because this has been going on for a very long time. 1 minute, subsequent years that have...
We cannot say it. All of you are seeing it. So we cannot say it, and then they say we said this. So, but our students are saying it, the public is seeing it, the media is seeing it, and they are appreciating what is happening.
But before you go, I'm not trying to pin you here, but as teachers, I am sure that as medical doctors and perhaps as nurses, midwives, we swear an oath to our profession. And the reason why you came into this profession, one, is to impact some kind of knowledge into these students. If you have left them just like that, to say that because we have no research and book allowance, we're not going to do the job, isn't there any other way you can do this besides going on strike?
We did all we could, and as you could remember, it is part of the condition of service that everybody can go in for the oath. So if you go in for the oath and after that somebody passed by the back door to take away your condition of service, it's not the best.
James Dugra, thank you very much for sharing those insights with us.
Thank you.
But still with you here in the studio, I don't know from what angle, perhaps, okay, everybody will be thinking that the teachers should come back and, like I was talking to him about before, they swore an oath. This is the profession that they wanted to go into. And so if something is going wrong, perhaps the idea would be to still be in class and still talk. Yeah, don't you agree?
Yeah, to consider our plight. And that is why from the onset, you know, Junubs disagreed with our lecturers. We disagreed with them. That the best way to get your demands met is not to go on strike and demand payment before you come. And so we were not soft on our lecturers.
Okay.
And then we were so happy that along the line, our lecturers got to understand us. They really said that our plight is their concern. And so now, instead of demanding payment before they step foot in the class, government should rather come and then give them the commitment that maybe things are not well. When the economy finds its feet, we'll find your money for you. Just this commitment. Government is adamant. We ask ourselves, is government comfortable? To be frank with you, if I was a minister for education, I would not go to bed and have a better sleep if 10 public tertiary institutions are closed down.
Okay.
Due to an amount that is not about 4 million Ghana cedis. So I can't really understand what is going on. I don't know. And you see, Polytechnic education here, we are talking about technical education. Look at the technical manpower gap in Ghana.
Okay.
You have 10 polytechnics and you have caused these polytechnics to be shut down because you have a disagreement with your employees. And nobody cares.
But in the meantime, what are you doing as students to help yourselves?
You see, before I get there, you know, I am disappointed in Labour Commission, frankly, because Labour Commission, you receive a letter on 19th of April, POTA declaring its intention to go on strike if the ministry does not pay them. The Labour Commission sits down 15th May. POTA goes on strike, and the Labour Commission comes to say that the letter which you are basing on as a notification does not constitute a notification. There is some sort of ambiguity in the letter. And so we declare your strike illegal. I ask myself, you know, you are there to protect the consumer, in this case, the students. And then you sit down, you receive a letter with ambiguous content. You sit down for barely 1 month without responding, referral to the source of the letter.
When they have any consultations with them anyway?
No.
Okay.
You can confirm from POTA. And then after 15th, 1 week into the strike, you come out to say that the letter does not clearly state that you wanted to go on strike. And so it is illegal. That is what is in court now. The courts, I'm sure, is not going to pronounce as to whether they were really compliance with the labor law as regards to notification.
But finally, what are you as students doing to help yourselves whilst you sit at home? Because you are the ones who are paying the tuition fees to go to school.
Yes, you know, we started by exploring all the administrative channels. We have been to the Ministry of Education. In fact, we have had a boardroom meeting with the Minister for Education where we cried on to government that government should intervene to get the matter resolved. We have spoken to POTA, which is on the other side, we have petitioned the Parliament of Ghana. We have petitioned the 2 former presidents. We have petitioned Council of State. You know, all the influential bodies in Ghana, we have gone to petition to intervene in the matter to get it resolved. If you are not getting results, I think we will advise ourselves. Junubs is holding a crunch meeting come Monday, 30th June. And then we will announce our next line of action.
Hopefully you would have something great coming from that. Posamenu, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And as always, we've been out there to ask some of the students what this means to them, the academics and everything like that. Let's take our final video blog.
It's really affecting us because, you know, we being part-time students, we used to take our full-time mess papers and we learn for our exams, but now they are not here and we are writing, so it's going to be a little difficult for us. So I think the president should really give them what they want so that they come back to the classes to teach us.
Very bad, very, very bad, because I'm a first-year student here and having experienced this strike for the very first time, and our exam too is drawing here. We feel very, very bad. We think the government is slow about this issue.
Really, POTA is really worrying us a lot because it normally draw our academic performance backwards or something like that, so it's very bad.
Yes, let's take some comments here before we drop off for today. And this one is coming from Nuhu Francis, a very long one indeed. I'll take 1 or 2 of the paragraphs and allow others to have their say as well. Francis says, a very difficult but prudent decision by government not to absorb these indispensable albatross of tariff hikes as a result of the cocktail of factors. If we desire our government to have the right resource to provide such essential services, then we must always be prepared to pay the right price. And you are talking about the tariff increases here. About Frank Hartman, MT, we live in a country, I'm sure that's what you're saying, where there is not even a single law to protect utility consumers. We pay high utility tariffs, but we are presented nothing in return from utility producers. My sister, this attitude from utility producers after milking the poor consumer is what I call the savagery of utility producers. I can see some trend forming here. Posterity will judge us accordingly. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Christian Salvo, good evening, Marian. In fact, I am very sad and angry today as well because of the utility increment. That's really bad because in Ghana, I must be honest, with you, things are very difficult for the citizens, and the utility has been increased again. What is this? Even our electricity sector is so bad because of doomso. And aside that, the economy is not good at all. And you were bold enough to impose another burden on us. Okay, we'll drop it there. Musa says fuels go up. Ha ha ha. I call these better Ghana agenda. Someone says clap for John Mahama. Miss Makausu answered Mahama must be booted out. Period. Abba. What have you Ghanaians done to deserve bad governance? Okay, I see. Kuma says we need God's intervention, people of Ghana. Indeed, we do. Ayin Sarah says this really headache, but God is in control. We are coping with the situation. Dauda Al-Hassan, why John Mahama? Why can we continue to live in Ghana? My God. Mohammed says, I don't know whether it's a crime to vote for Mahama's government. God, please liberate us from this, the hands of this government. Elijah says, it is folding, coming. Yeah. Nyako says, Kwasia Binti, Ghana for Ebre. And Emmanuel says, what crime have we committed? It is a crime to be a Ghanaian. Lord mighty God, please save our economy. Okay, that's where we drop it off for today. He's back. We can wrap up together. Prince, welcome back.
Thank you very much. And you didn't read that message from a teacher who said he doesn't swear an oath. No, you can't find it.
No, when I say swear an oath, I was trying to find the appropriate words to mix it. I think it's an unwritten, an oath that you commit to yourself, exactly. Not something that you go to the office to swear.
Exactly.
I was using the doctors as an example to say that they go and swear an oath to save lives. But as teachers, it's an oath that we owe to ourselves to say that, look, I want to go into teaching because I want to better the lives and a lot of other people.
Someone get me cold water.
No, I'm just explaining that
understand you.
Teachers, I'm here because of a teacher.
Absolutely.
You are here because of a teacher. And they chose to do that. Nobody forced them into going into teaching. So if you're thinking that because of research allowance, you're not going to class, hello?
Well, okay, this discussion obviously will go on, and certainly that'll be it. My name is Prince Minka.
And as always, my name is Marian Ture. Have a fabulous evening. Do enjoy the rest of our programs. Good evening.